Hey everyone, welcome to my channel Hills in Business. Now, if you are completely new to this channel, I originally created this channel to mainly share my travels for work, which came to an abrupt end when the pandemic started in March. And since then, I have been working from home. I was also creating a video series on my move to the USA. And this video is part of that series. Now, at the end of last year, I was working on a project for my company, which led to me getting a permanent role out in the USA. And as you can imagine with the pandemic, that move has not gone quite as planned. I think this video is now part 11. And if you had asked me when we first started creating these series where I would have thought we would have been at part 11, I would have definitely have said in the States, probably sharing our new home and setting up our new lives. Yeah. And for those of you who have been following my vlogs, I know it's been about 4 months since the latest update. Yes, I am sorry, but today I'm going to update you on our move to the USA. And as you've guessed, I am still in the UK. Now, a quick recap. After we moved out of our home, we moved into an Airbnb in Ebbsfleet for a couple of months whilst we waited for the sale of the new apartment we was purchasing to go through. We finally moved into the apartment around mid-August. We moved into a 3-bedroom apartment in a high-rise block. We are up on the 16th floor, not quite the penthouse. The penthouse is just one above us, but almost. And I'm personally extremely glad we made the move to this place. It's 3 bedrooms. It allows me and my husband to both work from home. When we was living in the 2-bedroom, it was a bit of a struggle just simply because of the meetings and us both having to work. So this is giving us a little bit more space. And also because we've ended up staying here for a lot longer. If this was just a few months, it would have been fine, but it's a lot longer and we still don't know how much longer we'll be here in the UK. Right, so what is the update with the USA? Well, in one of my last videos, I mentioned about Trump's visa ban, and that was a ban on certain visas from them issuing those visas until the end of the year. And at that time, we wasn't sure if that then affected my husband's visa. Since then, we found out that because I have a valid visa, that would not stop them from issuing his visa. And therefore, for the last few months, we had assumed that maybe his visa would turn up. We would get an email saying, yep, the visa's ready. Since then, we have found out that that's not the case, and that whilst they can issue his visa, the actual issue is the travel ban from the UK. And until the travel ban from the UK to the USA is over, they cannot issue his visa. And that travel ban currently ends on the 31st of December. Now, most people think it's going to be extended possibly until March. It really depends on what's happening with this pandemic. Since April, I have been doing my role for the USA from the UK, and we made that decision basically assuming and thinking it wouldn't be that long before I get to the USA. So it would only be temporary. At the time of starting the role, I didn't believe that I would still be here in the UK December. It's not that easy, I have to say, because most of my team are in the USA. And also the people I'm working with are pretty much on a US time zone, which means I am quite limited with my time of day that I can work with them effectively. It means that projects aren't getting done as quickly as possible, and I don't really have a normal working day. And it's harder for them as well because they're having to get up a little bit earlier to see if we can get some more hours together. So in the long run, I do know that I really do need to get out to the USA to be able to do my job effectively. Now, I have tried contacting the US Embassy. I tried once in the summer and they pretty much told me, go back and have a look at the website, for when more information is updated. They didn't really give me much help at that time other than just wait for more information. I then contacted them again about 3 weeks ago, and they were a lot more helpful with my situation and essentially explained that the only way that they can issue my husband's visa is if we fit the criteria for what they call a national interest exception. So they are still issuing visas and allowing people to travel from the UK to the USA if you qualify for this exception. And I had a look into it, and it would appear from what my role is and what my company does that I possibly could qualify. So I have applied for that. There was about 20 questions that I had to answer around my details, passport, what visa I currently have, why do I need to go to the USA, why do I believe I qualify for the national interest exception. Now, if I do qualify, they will then issue me with that status, and then they can issue my husband's visa. If you are in a similar position to me where you need to get to the USA, whether it's for personal reasons or work, I will leave a link below to the government websites that explain about the national interest exception and what the criteria is, depending on the different types of visas that you need to meet to qualify for that. Now, an important factor with the national interest exception is if you do qualify, they grant you travel within 30 days. So that is something to really consider. They do explicitly state this when you're applying for it. They explicitly ask you, do you intend to travel in the next 30 days? If you are not intending to travel, then please wait until you are intending to travel. I am now waiting to hear back from the embassy. I emailed them with my answer to their questions about 2 weeks ago. I'm really not sure around the typical turnaround time for them to get back to you. If we do qualify, then I guess we can start making our plans for the USA finally, which would be great. If we don't, then it is a case of waiting for the travel ban to be over. And as I mentioned before, that could mean not being able to make plans until after March. And that would mean a good year since we actually started planning our move to the USA. But it is what it is. We'll see how it goes with the US Embassy. And yeah, what can I say? And to end this video on a positive note, at least we get to spend another Christmas here. We didn't think we would be here again for Christmas, and we get more time with friends and family. And whilst personally for me, yes, it has been a lot harder doing my job properly or effectively from the UK, I also do recognise that had we have made it to the USA just before the pandemic, that it would have been a lot harder for us being in that situation in the USA, in an unknown country, trying to set up our lives in the current climate. So in a way, I feel it's a good thing that we're still here. The downside is obviously the work element. Thanks for watching Heels in Business. If you liked the video, don't forget to comment below and to hit that like button. And also, if you want to be updated on our Move Not Move drama saga to the USA, please subscribe.